it's just very clear.
Maybe I'll watch this now.
It is worth watching. I mean, I don't know if it will be as resonant for you. 1999, I was literally graduating high school this year, so this was like my compatriots who were at this festival. And what was actually interesting to me is I remembered at the time the coverage of it as being just like kind of a dud. I did not remember it being Fire Festival level of total catastrophe. But there was a lot of interesting display of the worst of human nature that I think said a lot about our culture at that point.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is that was just the harbinger of what was to come. I mean, mass popular culture basically died in like 2010. And this was very much the beginning. 2010 is really when like internet streaming revolution took off. Then the Marvel universe takes over. Everything becomes about selling to a global audience, which means everything is anodyne. Nothing is interesting. It was really the year The Hangover came out, honestly. That's like one of the last major blockbuster comedies that will ever get made, like ever again. I mean, it's a funny movie, but it's more just, why risk it? You know, not actually that much profit. It's easier to make another Super She-Hulk or whatever.
Yeah, take something that you know, a formula that you works,
IP,
crank it out.
Beat it to death.
There you go.
And even if one element of it doesn't work, as long as the overall franchise is printing money, nobody cares. So that really, you know, 99, 2000, and basically there onward is like the last mass culture that we had. And it would really, actually, it's interesting to think about it as like the major demarcation point was right there at the new millennium. Like with the rise of the internet, it basically just killed everything. Not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's like you and I wouldn't exist if we still lived in that age.
True.
So, yeah.
Well, I also think about, you know, there's an analog, this like collapse in creativity and innovation. It's very clear in like the business world as well. And it's something we talk about in the tech sphere, how like all of these tech platforms, they allow themselves, oh, we're so innovative and we're on the cutting edge. And all they're doing is like trying to copy TikTok, every single one of them. But you see this in even more blatant form with the fact that, you know, Apple never did better than when they just like went and bought their own stock versus when they put out they performed better when they did giant stock buybacks versus when they actually created and put out the iPod for the first
2001,
time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, it's our culture, it's in the business world. Everything is just like a cycle of everybody getting theirs based on a game system. And I think that also was sort of reflected in this docuseries. I do recommend watching it because it took me a while to write this monologue after I watched it because I had so many thoughts about it. It was hard to sort of like condense them into a digestible chunk.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. But first I gotta watch House of Dragons.
Yes. Yeah. Wait, is that out now?
It came out last night, but I mean, you know, we do this job, so I'll watch it sometime.
We'll get to it. Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.